So I made this video today to play before the third video, but it didn't turn out as I planned. So you'll see in the video the problems I had. I'm going to email Weber, see what the story is. You know, I'm still holding hope that it's a software issue, but I don't know what the story is with it not starting. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll make some more videos if I end up keeping it, returning it, but I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. I'm doing this video as an update to preempt the cook video. So like I said, I had initiated possibly returning it with Weber on Thursday. They told me they would call me back or email me back that day. I never heard back. On Friday, I sent a follow-up email because it was kind of odd. They never asked me why I wanted to return it. They didn't ask me for a reason or anything like that. So I wrote to them with pictures of the pellets, the way they were going in, and how I had trouble starting it. And I ended up getting a phone call last night around 8 o'clock from somebody from Weber headquarters, and we talked about the grill for about 30 minutes. And you know, he mentioned the same thing with the pellets. He had a problem, or not a problem, but the way they fed in, but they never got stuck. So this was the end product of the cook. This is how the pellets ended up. So obviously it all fed in from here, but then this fed in just fine, the whole cook, and the cook was 10 hours. I don't see myself ever leaving the grill unattended for 10 hours anyway, so even if it did get stuck after 10, I would have looked at it, and I don't, you know, if I had to push it forward, I got to push it forward. That doesn't bother me, so I'm over that. The results were good enough that I'm okay with dealing with that. The second issue that there was, at the end of my video, and I didn't clean the grill because it got so cold that night, and it was late, and right above the grill, my daughter's bedroom windows, and I don't want to make a lot of noise, so I was like, all right, I'll just reheat the grill and clean it another day. So if you saw the other video, there was grease buildup right underneath where the pork was. You can kind of see remnants of it. The problem was right where the grease trap is. The mixture of the ash with the grease blocked off the slope for the grease to run to the grease trap. So I took that little handy dandy scraper that comes with it, which I think I left it inside. Anyway, it comes with a black little scraper. I scraped the ash away, and the grease went in fine. I know somebody asked about the ash. This was the ash amount from about 10 hours, a little over 10. Not crazy amount. I mean, there's a lot of it inside the chamber, which is, you know, what caused the problem with the grease trap. And it's also, I should have foiled the pan. There's no need to buy those things by the, you know, the dozen or even at the dollar store, but just line it with foil. I could reuse the same one. I'm an idiot. I was just so excited to use it. So yeah, so that was the issue with the grease that I'm kind of worried about, because while it's on, the you know, the flames shoot out pretty decent amount. You know, I don't need that catching fire. You know, and again, it could just be the first, you know, few cooks maybe that has, like, I know someone mentioned after a while, like the pellets will slide smoother and, you know, things like that, which I get. You know, so I was a little bit too critical in my first couple videos of this grill. Mostly because it's my first pellet and I'm just used to a stick burner, and you know, stick burners are pretty simple. So that's what happened to that middle piece, and it's still happening. I guess it's going to happen for a while. It like flakes. I'm assuming that's normal. Yeah, I'll have to ask Weber again if that's normal. So that's that. Stuff back in here. And someone also mentioned they didn't like the sounds of the grate bouncing around. it's annoying, but I mean, I'm on a deck. You know, this deck is, you know, you hear it when you're walking around. It's a mahogany deck. It's a solid deck. It's built like a tank, but there's still playing the boards. If you put this thing on a patio, you're not going to hear a thing. So it's just my setup. Some of the pellet dust was on top of this. I guess when I put the cover on, there was some moisture. Just cleaning that up. I have the controls off. So I mentioned to Weber about the grill not starting. They just had want me to check the connectors and the wires. All the wires are connected fine. And then someone was talking about the computer fan. This is what I'm talking about. This fan right here. It's a standard computer fan. I mean, obviously it's outdoors, so there might be some differences to it, but I don't think so. It's pretty well covered and shouldn't get wet. It looks like 120 millimeter, I think it is the size. But they know they make super quiet ones, so I think that would alleviate the loud fan. But also, again, I don't want to mess with it too much. You know, they built it a certain way, and I shouldn't screw with it. I am debating getting oven gaskets to line this side and the other side. Not so much the front. I mean, I might do it anyway. But kind of look at this. I kind of view this thing as if I just turn this thing vertical, it reminds me of a Weber Smoky Mountain a lot, like the build and stuff like that. You know, but you can see. I gotta look at my original video. Like that lip kind of bent out a little bit. It's a little more prominent on this side. See how it bowed out a little bit? You know, I don't know if it was like that before. I really can't. I gotta look. What else? Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on again, and I'm gonna try and start it as if I was gonna cook again, which I'm not today. So we turn on the app. So, in typical fashion, still having problems with this video camera and the errors on it. Not sure what was recorded, what wasn't, but grill's been going about 10 minutes. I've had the cover shut. I'm still at 55 degrees. So now I'm gonna shut it down. So now it's shutting down. I think you might have just heard all the pellets shifting down. So 12:20 is when I started the shutdown. I'm gonna stop the video and bring it back when it's done or still going. All right, it's 12:30. It's still going. So this happened yesterday. Powered off. I unplug it. Wait a minute. Plug it back in. Power it back on. I shouldn't get the shutdown warning because I feel like it should have shut down on its own. It didn't. Yep. So right back to the beginning again. Set your temperature. Now this time it'll work. This is the third time now I've had to do this in 3 days. This is what's annoying me. I mean, the pellet thing was annoying, but I got over it. This is annoying. The grease getting stuck is annoying, but you can clean it. This is annoying. This is like really annoying. So now I know for a fact the hopper is full of pellets when it purged itself from the last shutdown. I'm trying to get this. There we go, I'm an idiot. Again, you could tell I'm not a YouTube reviewer guy. Maybe one day, but not right now. So it's at 50 degrees. See if it starts up. Wait for some smoke, shut the lid. Shut the lid. You can tell already it's working different. So I've given up on my video camera because I think I just lost another section of video. So smoker was approaching 5. I opened it up because I smelled grease burning. It was. Now it won't go back up. It's going down. So when I opened the pellets, there's the problem. The pellets aren't feeding. They're stuck again. So yes, the hopper's empty. But again, I haven't touched it since the last cook, so I've been out here an hour. So if we went for 11 hours, it would have gotten stuck. So now I don't know if the glow plug's still hot And there's the grease fire still going. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna end the video now. I kind of got my answer with the not starting a third time. Then when it does start, the grease that got stuck caught fire. Then the grill started losing temperature because the pellets weren't feeding correctly. You know, like I said, I had spoken to Weber last night. Super helpful. Definitely concerned about the issues I'm having. You know, they definitely want to make it right. You know, I just don't see it happening. I want to like it. I want to like it a lot. Because the food came out awesome. The pork butt came out great. I mean, it rivaled some of the ones I've done in my big smoker with, you know, 80% less effort. You know, I wasn't throwing logs on every 45 minutes to an hour. So, you know, that, you know, but I can get that with any pellet smoker. So what's the point? I bought Weber for the name and assumed it would be built right, and it's not. Yeah, so I'm gonna email them again tonight, show them the videos. Yeah, this one kind of sealed it for me because I thought maybe the first few nights I'm just being, you know, I was overreacting. This is the first few times I used it, but now it's like, all right, I've used this the third time I'm using it. It should have started. You know, the pellets shouldn't stop even with that little bit in there. They should still flow in. I don't understand why they're hanging up. You know, I understand I gotta maybe wait over time, but how long do you wait before you get stuck with the grill? You know, then that's not even addressing the failure to start and the grease buildup. It's not even getting hot again. And I hear the pellets going. I have no idea. It shouldn't be this hard. That just says it right there. It shouldn't be this hard. So I'm going to email them. I'm going to try to get this thing up to temperature so I can at least brush it down a little bit. I don't want it sitting like full of crap on it. And we'll see what Weber says. But as of right now, if the truck came today, I'd put it. Oh shit. No idea what that noise was. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. So I had the improper shutdown about 25 minutes ago. So it's not doing anything now. It still has the screen. And I can't go anywhere. So once again, power off. Power on. And I'm gonna try and set it to 600 again, just to burn off everything that's in there, even though at this point I don't care. So I don't even think I have enough pellets to get up to 600, so I'll fill that up a little bit.